Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm genuinely excited to share something incredibly powerful with you today that's going to completely transform how you think about creating content on YouTube. If you've been following my journey, you know I've been deep in the world of AI content creation for months now, testing tools, refining processes, and honestly making every mistake you can imagine so you don't have to. What I'm about to show you isn't just another tutorial about using ChatGPT or throwing together some basic automation. This is the real deal, the complete system I've developed that's allowing creators to build channels that are pulling in thousands of views with content that actually matters to people. Let me start by being completely transparent with you. When I first started exploring AI for content creation, I fell into the same trap that almost everyone does. I thought it was going to be this magic button where you just prompt an AI tool and boom, viral content appears. That's not how it works. And anyone telling you it is either hasn't actually built a successful channel or they're trying to sell you something. The truth is, AI is incredibly powerful, but only when you understand how to use it strategically. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. The foundation of everything we're going to cover starts with understanding that AI isn't replacing creativity, it's amplifying it. When you watch channels like the ones I've studied that are getting millions of views, they're not succeeding because they found some secret AI tool that nobody else knows about. They're succeeding because they've figured out how to combine AI capabilities with genuine value creation. And that combination is absolutely unstoppable when you get it right. Now, before we get into the technical details, I want you to shift your mindset about what we're actually doing here. We're not just creating content. We're building systems that can consistently produce engaging, valuable videos that people actually want to watch. That means understanding your audience at a level that goes way beyond just throwing trending keywords into a script generator. It means crafting narratives that hook people from the first, second, and keep them engaged all the way through to the end. It means creating visuals that don't just look good, but actually support and enhance the message you're trying to convey. The process I'm going to walk you through has been refined through hundreds of hours of testing, and I can tell you with complete confidence that when you implement this correctly, you're going to see results that will probably surprise you. But here's the thing that's absolutely crucial to understand. This isn't a shortcut to avoiding hard work. If you're looking for a way to pump out low-effort content and somehow get millions of views, you're in the wrong place. What this is a way to work smarter, to leverage AI to handle the time-consuming parts of content creation so you can focus on the strategic and creative elements that actually determine whether your content succeeds or fails. Let's talk about scripting first, because this is where most people completely miss the mark. They'll go to ChatGPT, type in something like, "Write me a YouTube script about productivity," and then wonder why their video feels generic and doesn't connect with anyone. The key to AI-assisted scripting isn't in the prompting, it's in the preparation and the refinement. You need to feed the AI context, personality, and specific direction that goes far beyond just the topic you want to cover. When I'm developing a script, I start by analyzing what's already working in the space. Not to copy it, but to understand the patterns, the emotional hooks, the structural elements that keep people watching. Then I use AI to help me iterate on ideas, to explore different angles, to refine the language until it sounds natural and engaging. The AI becomes this incredibly powerful brainstorming partner, but the creative direction, the unique perspective, the value proposition, that all comes from you. Moving into the visual creation process, this is where AI really starts to shine, but again, only if you approach it strategically. The mistake most people make is thinking that generating a bunch of random images and slapping them onto their video is going to create something compelling. Visual storytelling is an art form, and AI is just a tool in that artistic process. You need to understand composition, color theory, visual flow, and how images work together to support your narrative. The techniques I've developed for image generation involve creating detailed style guides, understanding how to prompt for consistency across multiple images, and knowing how to blend AI-generated visuals with other elements to create something that feels cohesive and professional. When you see channels that are crushing it with AI-generated visuals, they're not just using better prompts. They're thinking about their visuals as part of a larger creative system. Voice and audio represent another critical piece of this puzzle that most creators completely underestimate. The difference between a voiceover that sounds robotic and artificial and one that genuinely connects with your audience isn't just about the AI tool you're using. It's about understanding pacing, emphasis, emotional tone, and how to edit audio in a way that feels natural and engaging. I've spent countless hours testing different approaches, different tools, different editing techniques, and what I've learned is that the technology is only as good as your understanding of what makes audio compelling. The editing and post-production phase is where everything comes together, and this is where having a systematic approach becomes absolutely essential. You can have the best script, the most amazing visuals, and perfect audio, but if you don't know how to combine them in a way that maintains viewer engagement and tells a coherent story, your content is going to fall flat. The editing techniques I use are designed around maintaining what I call continuous engagement, where every element of the video is working to keep the viewer invested in what's coming next. Now, let's talk about something that nobody else is really addressing in the AI content space, and that's the importance of developing your own unique style and voice. The internet is already flooded with generic AI-generated content that all sounds the same, looks the same, and provides the same surface-level value. If you want to build something that actually matters, something that can grow into a real business, you need to develop a distinctive approach that people will recognize and seek out. This means making creative choices about your visual style, your narrative approach, your topics, your perspective on issues. It means being willing to take risks, to experiment, to sometimes fail as you figure out what resonates with your specific audience. The AI tools are there to help you execute on your creative vision, not to replace that vision entirely. One of the most important concepts I want you to understand is what I call value-first content creation. Every piece of content you create should be solving a real problem, answering a genuine question, or providing an insight that your audience can't easily find elsewhere. This isn't just about SEO or algorithm optimization, though those things matter. It's about building trust with your audience, establishing yourself as someone who consistently delivers value, and creating content that people actually want to share with others. The automation aspects of this process are incredibly powerful, but they need to be implemented thoughtfully. You can automate many of the technical and time-consuming parts of content creation, but you should never automate the creative decision-making or the quality control. The goal is to free up your time and mental energy so you can focus on the high-level strategic thinking that determines whether your content succeeds or fails. As we move through each part of this process, you're going to see how all these elements work together to create something that's much more powerful than the sum of its parts. The scripting informs the visual creation, the visuals influence the editing choices, the editing enhances the audio, and everything works together to create an experience that keeps people engaged and coming back for more. What I'm sharing with you today represents months of testing, refinement, and real-world application. These aren't theoretical concepts or things I think might work. These are proven strategies that are currently generating results for creators who are implementing them correctly. But here's what's absolutely crucial to understand. Success with this approach requires commitment to quality, willingness to iterate and improve, and patience as you develop your skills and find your unique voice in the space. The landscape of content creation is changing rapidly, and AI is a big part of that change. But the creators who are going to thrive in this new environment aren't the ones trying to find shortcuts or ways to game the system. They're the ones who are using these powerful new tools to create genuinely valuable content at a scale and quality level that wasn't possible before. That's exactly what we're going to help you achieve. And by the end of this process, you're going to have everything you need to start building something truly remarkable. This journey we're about to take together isn't just about learning to use AI tools. It's about developing a complete content creation system that can grow with you as you build your channel and expand your reach. Every technique, every strategy, every tip I'm going to share has been tested in the real world and refined based on actual results. You're getting the benefit of all that experimentation and learning, which means you can skip the trial and error phase and go straight to implementing what actually works. Are you ready to dive deep into this incredible world of AI-powered content creation? Because what we're about to explore is going to change how you think about what's possible when you combine human creativity with artificial intelligence. And I promise you, by the time we're done, you're going to have capabilities that most creators can only dream of.